Hey everyone, in this video, let's do a comparison of Stable Diffusion versus a GAN. In order to do so, here we are at Cider, and we are doing a little bit of a deep dive here on the difference between Stable Diffusion and GAN, or Generative Adversarial Networks. And according to Cider, Stable Diffusion and GANs are both powerful AI models for generating images, but they operate differently. GANs use a competitive process between a generator and a discriminator, producing high-quality images, but often struggling with diversity and control. Stable Diffusion, on the other hand, utilizes diffusion models, gradually adding noise to an image and then learning to reverse the process. This allows for greater control over the generation process through text prompts and other conditioning inputs, often resulting in more diverse and controllable outputs compared to GANs. Stable Diffusion is generally more accessible due to its open source nature and ease of use compared to training GANs from scratch. So that is the kind of technical answer there, but in order to find something a little bit more practical, did a little bit of deep dive here just to kind of clarify exactly what the difference is. And one thing I found here is, if we look, I wanted to see an example of sites where it leverages a GAN rather than Stable Diffusion. And so we found a few here. We've got Art Breeder, Deep Art, Runway, Dream AI, and I'm going to focus here on Runway because when I asked for examples of platforms that use Stable Diffusion, I also got Runway. So that kind of made things a little bit less clear, because trying to figure out what is the difference between the two. There are going to be certain sites that depend on Stable Diffusion, whereas there are other sites that are more focused on a GAN. And in order to find the difference between the two, or the similarities, I asked here of Cider exactly why does Runway use both Stable Diffusion and GAN. And according to Cider, Runway utilizes both Stable Diffusion and Generative Adversarial Networks because each model has distinct strengths that cater to different needs and creative applications. Here's an overview of why both are incorporated. Stable Diffusion is excellent for text-to-image synthesis, generating high-quality image from textual descriptions. It's ideal for creating artworks, visual storytelling, and concept art, whereas a GAN is particularly adept at generating very realistic images once trained effectively. So often use they excel in tasks like image super resolution, style transfer, and generating new images from limited data sets. So according to Cider, by using both models, Runway can leverage the strengths of each to fill in the gaps where one might fall short. For example, Stable Diffusion might create diverse images from prompts, while GANs can produce those images with higher fidelity and realism. So I think that essentially what this clarifies here is just that there's different types of image generation, and one is based on the Stable Diffusion model, and the other is based on the GANs model, and you can even use these together. There are going to be certain sites where it may use one or the other, and there are also certain sites where they may use both in order to try to close that gap. So that is essentially an explanation of the difference between Stable Diffusion and a GAN. And that's all there is to it. If you found this video helpful, please leave a comment and like and subscribe. And don't forget to set your notifications for more helpful tips. Also, if you are interested in using Cider AI, head over to our link tree in the description, and from there you'll find a link to our link tree where you can find our top AI recommendations and promotions, including Cider AI, which is a phenomenal tool that integrates into your Chrome browser. And then you can have this nice little icon at the bottom right hand of your screen. Click on that at any time, and then you can gain access to Cider. And not only do you have Cider Fusion, but you also have ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, and DeepSeek, so you can always get the answers you're looking for. Go ahead and click on any of those links and get started. You'll be helping us out as well, and we would certainly appreciate it.